Picture this. It's 1989, and Ford just stuck a high-revving Yamaha V6 into America's most boring family sedan. The Taurus SHO could embarrass Corvettes at stoplights, out-corner BMWs through canyons, and haul groceries on Tuesday. This was the ultimate sleeper. A wolf in sheep's clothing that rewrote the rulebook on what a front-wheel drive sedan could do. The Ford Taurus SHO, super high output, arrived in 1989 and shocked the automotive world. While other manufacturers were building comfortable but slow family sedans, Ford partnered with Yamaha to create something absolutely insane. A front-wheel drive sedan with a manual transmission, sport suspension, and a screaming V6 that redlined at 7,000 RPM. This wasn't just a performance variant. This was automotive rebellion disguised as a rental car. Let me paint you a picture of 1989. Ford's Taurus had saved the company from bankruptcy, becoming America's best-selling car. It was practical, reliable, boring. Then some maniac in Dearborn said, "What if we made it fast?" And the SHO was born. A sleeper sedan that could dust muscle cars while carrying 4 adults in comfort. This is the story of how Ford and Yamaha created the original Q-ship, and then killed it 3 times. But here's the twist. The SHO didn't just beat performance cars. It redefined what sports sedan meant in America. BMW drivers were furious. Corvette owners made excuses. And Ford? Ford proved you didn't need a V8, rear-wheel drive, or a 6-figure price tag to build something genuinely fast. The Taurus SHO, 1989 to 1999, the sleeper that woke up Detroit. Let's talk context. Because 1989 wasn't exactly known for exciting family sedans. The Honda Accord was competent, but slow. The Toyota Camry was reliable, but boring. The Chevrolet Lumina was, well, it existed. American sedans were penalty boxes with automatic transmissions and wheezy V6 engines that struggled to crack 15 seconds in the quarter mile. Performance meant getting a Mustang or Camaro, not a 4-door grocery getter. But Ford had a problem. The Taurus was selling like crazy, but it had zero performance credibility. European sports sedans like the BMW 325i were carving up American roads with inline-6s and rear-wheel drive. Japan was sending turbocharged legends like the Nissan Maxima. Ford needed something to prove American engineering wasn't dead, and they needed it fast. So Ford did something brilliant they called Yamaha. Not Yamaha Guitars, Yamaha Motor Corporation. The same Japanese engineers who built screaming motorcycle engines decided to help Ford transform the boring Taurus into something spectacular. This wasn't badge engineering. This wasn't a bolt-on supercharger. This was a complete re-engineering of what a family sedan could be. The partnership was announced in 1986. Ford would provide the platform and funding. Yamaha would engineer the magic. The goal? Create a front-wheel drive sports sedan that could compete with BMW, embarrass Corvettes, and still pass emissions. Corporate said it was impossible. Engineers said it was crazy. Accountants had heart attacks. But the SHO team didn't care. They were building a legend. I'll wait while you process that. Development took 3 years, from 1986 to 1989. Yamaha's engineers tore apart Ford's corporate V6 architecture and rebuilt it into a high-performance masterpiece. Ford's bean counters kept asking, "Who's going to buy a $20,000 Taurus?" And the SHO team kept building it anyway. This was passion project territory. Engineers doing what executives said couldn't be done. Here's where it gets technical. Yamaha took Ford's existing Vulcan V6 architecture and transformed it. Aluminum 24-valve DOHC heads replaced the pedestrian 2-valve iron setup. A variable-length intake manifold optimized power across the rev range. Over-square bore and stroke, 89mm bore, 80mm stroke, gave it revving ability that embarrassed sports cars. This wasn't a tuned economy engine. This was Japanese precision engineering meeting American muscle car attitude. The numbers? 220 horsepower at 6,200 RPM, 200 pound-feet of torque at 4,800 RPM, redline at 7,000 RPM with fuel cutoff at 7,300. For perspective, the standard Taurus V6 made 140. The SHO made 80 more horsepower and revved 2,000 RPM higher. This was Yamaha proving they could out-engineer Detroit with Detroit's own hardware. But here's the kicker. Manual transmission only. No slush box, no automatic. You wanted the SHO? You learned to drive stick. Ford sourced a 5-speed manual from Mazda, the MTX4, jointly developed specifically for this application. Cable-actuated shifter, hydraulic clutch, gearing optimized for the high-revving V6. Enthusiasts rejoiced. Soccer moms walked away. Ford just built a Taurus that most Americans couldn't buy, because most Americans couldn't drive it. Suspension? Completely reworked. Stiffer springs, performance dampers, larger sway bars, 15-inch wheels when the base Taurus rolled on hubcaps, Michelin XGT V4 performance tires, 4-wheel disc brakes when most sedans still had rear drums. Ford didn't just drop a hot engine in a family car. They engineered a complete performance package that could embarrass purpose-built sports cars. Let that marinate. Production started in 1989 at Ford's Atlanta assembly plant. The SHO wasn't a limited edition. Ford planned to build 15,000 per year. Base price? $19,995. For context, a BMW 325i cost $31,000. A Corvette was $32,000. Ford just undercut European sports sedans by $12,000 while matching their performance. The value proposition was insane. Styling? Subtle. Too subtle. The SHO looked almost identical to the base Taurus. Unique front bumper, SHO badges, body color mirrors, fog lights. That's it. No hood scoops, no wings, no stripes. This was the ultimate Q-ship, a car that looked like your grandmother's grocery getter but drove like a Japanese sports sedan on steroids. BMW drivers never saw it coming until taillights disappeared in their rearview mirror. Performance? Let me spell it out. 0 to 60 in 6.7 seconds, quarter mile in 15.1 seconds at 91 miles per hour. For 1989, those were sports car numbers. Porsche 944. The SHO embarrassed it in straight-line acceleration. Entry-level European sports cars? Left behind wondering what just happened. The SHO was punching way above its price class. And winning. But the real magic happened on winding roads. That front-wheel drive chassis with performance suspension. It carved corners like a BMW. Minimal understeer, neutral handling, precise steering. Car and Driver called it the best handling front driver ever tested. This wasn't just straight-line speed. This was balanced performance that shocked European competitors. Still with me? Good, because the story gets better. The Automotive press went nuts. Car and Driver featured it on the cover. Motor Trend called it the most significant domestic sedan in a decade. Road and Track praised the engineering. Reviews were unanimous. Ford and Yamaha created something genuinely special, not just good for an American car, genuinely world-class. This was Detroit, proving it could still build drivers' cars when corporate bean counters stayed out of the way. Sales? Strong. The first model year sold out. Dealers had waiting lists. Ford increased production for 1990. The SHO became a cult icon among enthusiasts, proof that family sedans didn't have to be boring penalty boxes. Owners formed clubs, newsletters, racing teams. The Shogun nickname spread through the community. This wasn't just a car. This was a movement. Then came Generation 2, 1992. New body style, same Yamaha magic. But Ford added something controversial. The 3.2-liter automatic variant. 220 horsepower, AX4S automatic transmission, 15 more pound-feet of torque. Enthusiasts screamed betrayal. But soccer moms finally got their fast Taurus. The manual 3-liter continued unchanged for purists. Ford tried pleasing everyone, and almost succeeded. Generation 2 refined the formula. Better interior, improved build quality, same screaming Yamaha V6 under the hood. Production continued through 1995 with steady sales. The SHO proved it wasn't a fluke. This was a sustainable performance sedan that attracted buyers who'd never considered a Ford before. BMW Conquest sales, Acura Conquests. The SHO was stealing customers from premium brands. Take a moment. Breathe. It gets dumber. Generation 3 arrived in 1996 with the most controversial change yet. A 3.4-liter V8 with Yamaha-designed heads and a Cosworth-cast aluminum block making 235 horsepower. Sounds amazing, right? Wrong. Automatic transmission only. No manual option. Ford abandoned the enthusiasts who made the SHO legendary. The performance was there, but the soul was gone. But wait, it gets worse. That V8 had a fatal flaw. The cam sprockets were prone to separating from the camshaft around 50,000 miles, destroying the engine catastrophically. About 1,200 documented failures out of 20,000 engines produced. Ford offered no recall. Enthusiasts had to pay thousands for preventive camshaft welding to avoid catastrophic failure. The engine that was supposed to crown the SHO became its death sentence. Sales collapsed. Enthusiasts walked away. The automatic-only, failure-prone V8 killed everything the original SHO represented. Ford tried damage control, extended warranties, technical service bulletins, but trust was shattered. The car that embarrassed Corvettes became the car that embarrassed Ford. By 1999, production ended. No 2000 model year. The SHO died not with glory, but with cam sprocket failures and broken promises. Why did Ford kill it? Corporate politics. President Jack Nasser focused on the premier automotive group: Lincoln, Jaguar, Volvo, Aston Martin, Land Rover. The SHO would detract from premium brand sales. Better to kill the performance Taurus than compete with your own luxury division. Accountants won. Enthusiasts lost. The SHO disappeared. Let's talk legacy. Because the SHO changed everything. It proved front-wheel drive could handle real power. It showed American manufacturers could partner with foreign engineers successfully. It created the modern sports sedan category in America. Before the SHO, performance meant Mustang or Corvette. After the SHO, performance could mean any car if you engineered it right. The SHO influenced everything that came after. Dodge's SRT sedans, SHO DNA. Ford's later ST models, lessons learned from SHO. Even today's performance SUVs owe debt to the car that proved family vehicles could be genuinely fast. The Taurus SHO rewrote the rulebook, and the entire industry copied the homework. Today, original SHOs are cult classics. Clean 1989 to 91 examples command $15,000 to $20,000. The manual transmission first-generation cars, most valuable. The automatic second-gen, less so. The V8 third-gen, only if the cam sprockets are welded. Enthusiasts still modify them, race them, preserve them. The SHO community remains strong 35 years later. But here's the tragedy. Ford never brought it back properly. The 2010 SHO, twin-turbo V6 with all-wheel drive, competent but soulless, no manual transmission. The 2013-19 SHO, more power but automatic only again. Ford keeps using the SHO badge but forgot what made the original special. Manual transmission, front-wheel drive, accessible performance. The Taurus SHO, 1989 to 1999, proved a boring family. Sedan could embarrass Corvettes, outhandle BMWs, and become a legend. It showed what happened when engineers got budget, freedom, and a Japanese partner who understood high performance. But corporate politics, automatic transmissions, and cam sprocket failures killed what accountants couldn't build and enthusiasts couldn't save. Ford and Yamaha built a masterpiece. Then Ford killed it 3 times. First with automatics, then with V8 failures, finally with corporate indifference. The SHO deserved better. Enthusiasts deserved better. But for one glorious decade, you could buy a Taurus that made BMW drivers cry and Corvette owners make excuses. That legacy? Priceless. This is Car Chronicles, where we celebrate the sleepers, the underdogs, and the performance cars that rewrote the rules. If you loved learning about the Taurus SHO that embarrassed exotics and changed sports sedans forever, smash that subscribe button. Next up, we're diving into another forgotten performance legend that proved you didn't need a V8 to dominate. You won't want to miss it.